Albus Dumbledore is remembered as one of the greatest and wisest wizards in the wizarding world, a mentor to Harry Potter, a leader of the Order of the Phoenix, and the man who ultimately defeated dark forces threatening the magical and muggle worlds alike. But behind the long beard, the kind eyes, and the cryptic wisdom, Dumbledore carried secrets, dark ones. And some of them he took to his grave. One of the most haunting secrets involved his younger sister, Ariana Dumbledore. As a teenager, Dumbledore befriended the brilliant but dangerous Gellert Grindelwald, and together they dreamed of a world ruled by wizards for the greater good. When his brother Aberforth challenged this vision, a violent three-way duel erupted. In the chaos, Ariana was struck by a stray curse and killed. No one knows whose spell it was, Aberforth's, Grindelwald's, or Dumbledore's. And that mystery haunted Albus for the rest of his life. He never forgave himself, and the weight of that guilt shaped the man he would become. But even before that tragic event, there were shadows in Dumbledore's heart. In his youth, he was not the selfless, humble headmaster the world came to know. He was ambitious, dangerously so. Blinded by a lust for power, he saw himself as a visionary leader who could reshape the world alongside Grindelwald. Their plans to subjugate Muggles weren't born out of hatred, but out of a belief in magical superiority. Though he later turned away from that path, Dumbledore rarely spoke of how close he came to becoming the very kind of tyrant he would spend his life fighting. Perhaps the darkest secret of all was one that directly impacted Harry Potter. Dumbledore knew, from a relatively early point, that Harry carried a piece of Voldemort's soul within him, that Harry himself was an unintentional Horcrux. And he knew that Voldemort could never truly die unless Harry was willing to sacrifice his own life. Yet Dumbledore kept this knowledge hidden, guiding Harry like a pawn in a carefully controlled game. He told himself it was to protect the boy, to allow him a childhood free of fear. But ultimately, it meant withholding the truth until the very end, until Dumbledore was already gone, and Harry was left to face death alone. Albus Dumbledore was a hero, but he was never perfect. His legacy is not just one of courage and wisdom, but also of remorse, mistakes, and burdens carried in silence. These three dark secrets remind us that even the greatest among us are human, and that sometimes the most dangerous battles are the ones fought within.